Good morning, students. Today's our topic is objectives in the molecular basis of inheritance. So first objective is Okazaki fragment during the DNA chain growth. Okazaki fragments during DNA chain growth. So first option, a polymerase in the 3' to 5' direction during the DNA replication. So that is the first option. Second option, prove semi-conservative nature of DNA replication. C option, polymerase in the 5' to 3' direction, 5' to 3' direction, and explain 3' to 5' DNA replication. 3' to 5' DNA replication. D option, result in transcription. So these are the four options are given for this question. Here, first of all, we need to draw a DNA replication diagram. This is 3', the 5'. It is a 3' and 5'. So it is a 5', 3' template. It is a 3', 5' template. Actually, the DNA replication for this template, new strand is formed in this direction. 5' to 3' direction. It is a continuous strand. Already we discussed continuous strand. It is a continuous strand. For this template strand, a new strand is formed discontinuously, so that it is called as a discontinuous strand. This is discontinuous strand. It is also called as a lagging strand. It is called as a leading strand. So this is the diagram of the DNA replication. Here, polymerase in the 3' to 5' direction during the replication. So this option says that the DNA new strand forms only in the 3' to 5' direction only. That is wrong, because always the new strand is formed 5' to 3' direction only with the help of DNA polymerase engine. And that is wrong option here. Prove the semi-conservative nature of DNA replication. So this Okazaki fragment during the DNA chain growth, it shows that DNA semi-conservative replication only, because for the parental template strand, a new strand is formed opposite to that. So that proves the semi-conservative. This option is right only. See two more. And polymerase in the 5' to 3' direction, and explain the 3' to 5' DNA replication. 3' to 5' replication, DNA replication. Here, polymerase in the 5' to 3' direction, right only. This is a right only. This Okazaki fragment is formed the 5' to 3' direction only. Explain 3' to 5' DNA replication. It is not explain the 3' to 5' DNA replication. It explains the 5' to 3' replication only. So result in transcription. That means here the transcription not takes place. Here the replication takes place. So that the option B is the right option. So this is about the answer for this first question. Coming to the second question. The second question is like this. The length of DNA molecule, the length of DNA molecule greatly exceeds the dimension of dimension of the nucleus in the eukaryotic cells. How is this accommodated? So by the first option, supercoiling in nucleosome. The second option is DNA-ase digestion through elimination of repetitive DNA. And the fourth option, deletion of non-essential genes. Non-essential genes. So here, the length of the DNA molecule greatly exceeds the dimension of the nucleus in the eukaryotic cells. How is it accommodated? So actually, the DNA length in the eukaryotic organism is 2.2 meters. It is nearly 2.2 meters. But so the nucleus of the cell is small. It cannot accommodate the 2.2 meters of the DNA if it is not condensed, if it is not coiled. So that it is coiled and accommodated in the nucleus. So there are nucleosomes are there in the DNA. The nucleosome is made up with histone proteins, histone octamer protein. The histone octamer positively charged histone octamer is coiled by the negatively charged DNA molecule. Because of that, the chromosome is coiled and then accommodated into the nucleus very nicely here. So that the option supercoiling in nucleosome is right option here. DNA is involved in the digestion of DNA. With the digestion of DNA, it cannot accommodate. Through elimination of the repetitive DNA, here there is no matter of repetitive DNA in case of accommodating the DNA in nucleus. Deletion of non-essential genes, there is no deletion of the non-essential genes. So that because of the formation of the nucleosomes, the DNA get condensed and then it is accommodated in the nucleus properly. So that first option is the right option here. Next question. Next question. during the transcription, during transcription, RNA polymerase binds to a promoter gene, and assume a saddle expression, assume a saddle-like structure. Saddle-like structure. So what is its DNA binding sequence? Then what is its DNA binding sequence? DNA binding sequences. So this is the question. So during the transcription mechanism, there is a reason where the RNA, DNA-dependent RNA polymerase binds. So what is the sequence in that binding reason we are asking? So first option is AATT, second option is CACC, third option is TATA, fourth option is TTA. So actually in transcription it is a template for the transcription. So this is a template for the transcription. Here the promoter gene will be there. Here the terminator gene will be there. This is a antisense strand. This is a sense strand or coding strand. So this is the promoter region. Sigma factor, the DNA-dependent RNA polymerase is found here the promoter region. This is a promoter region. In this promoter region, what is the sequence is present? What is the DNA binding sequence here? So that is AATT, CACC, TATA, TTA. Then answer it is a direct question. It is a Tata box. Tata box or Prigno box. Tata box or Prigno box. So in this promoter region, to initiate the transcription mechanism, there is a Tata box, the sequence TATA, thymine sequence and so on. Sequence will be there. So this initiate the RNA polymerase enzyme is binding at the promoter region. So this is the answer for this question. So next question. Next question. What is not true for the genetic code? What is not true for the genetic code? So there are some genetic code characters. So the genetic code characters are given here, which is not related to the options in the option, which is not related to the characters of the genetic code they are asking. So then first option is it is a degenerate, and B is unambiguous, and the C option a codon in mRNA made in a non-contagious fashion. A codon in a mRNA is read contiguous fashion. This is the third option, and the option is it is nearly universal. It is nearly universal. So what is the answer here? Which is not belong among these options, which is not a character of the genetic code. So first is it is a degenerate, it is a direct question, it is a right option. Then unambiguous, it is also a right option. A codonic mRNA read in a non-contagious manner. So codonic mRNA is read in a non-contagious manner is a not a character of genetic code. So this is the right option. So it is nearly universal. Genetic code is universal. So a codonic mRNA read in a non-contagious fashion. This is the right option regarding this question. So actually the mRNA is like this, 5' to 3' direction. The codons are arranged like this. First codon is AUG, second codon AAA, next codon CCC, next codon CCA, next codon GGG. So last codon UAG, like this. So there are codon. The codon is made up of 3 nucleotide sequences. This is a codon. This is a codon. This is a codon. This is codon. This is codon. It is initiator codon. It is a terminator codon. Middle number of codons should be there. This AUG form one codon continuously. It cannot. The nucleotide sequence of this codon cannot overlap with this codons. Not like this. It cannot form like this. Codon cannot form like this. This codon cannot form like this. This codon cannot form like this. So continuously 3 nitrogen base sequences form one codon. That is called as a common contagious fashion. Here they are saying non-contagious. It is a contagious fashion. So that it is not related to the character of genetic code. So that option C is right. So then the next question. Heavy DNA can be differentiated from the normal DNA. Heavy DNA can be differentiated with normal DNA. Heavy DNA can be differentiated with the normal DNA by which centrifugation technique. By which centrifugation technique. So first option is AGCL density gradient. AGCL density gradient. Second option is CaSO4 density gradient. C option cesium chloride density gradient. D option KCl density gradient. KCl density gradient. So it is a direct question. The heavy DNA N15 nitrogen 15 containing nitrogen base of the DNA. Normal DNA N14 containing nitrogen base. N14 containing nitrogen base. Normal DNA is differentiated by the one centrifugation method. It is a direct question. Cesium chloride density centrifugation. Cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation technique is used for the differentiation differentiation of heavy DNA with normal DNA. So this is the right option. This C option is the right option here. So next question, assertion region. Assertion region. The assertion is like this here. The assertion is like this. Replication and transcription occur in the nucleus. Replication and transcription occurs. Replication, transcription occur in the nucleus. But the translation occurs in the cytoplasm. Translation occurs in the cytoplasm. So that is the assertion. Reason mRNA is transferred from the nucleus into cytoplasm where ribosomes and amino acids are available for the photosynthesis. Available for the protein synthesis. So what is the assertion here? Replication and transcription occur in the nucleus, but translation occur in the cytoplasm. You know that it is a diametrical cell. This is a cell. In this cell, this is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, DNA replication and DNA transcription of the DNA will be takes place. But translation mechanism takes place in the cytoplasm. This assertion statement is right only. It is a right statement. And then reason, the mRNA is transferred from the nucleus to cytoplasm where ribosomes and amino acids for the protein synthesis. So whatever the mRNA is synthesized here, then it is coming to the cytoplasm where the ribosomal subunits are present and amino acids are present. Then the protein synthesis mechanism takes place in the cytoplasm. This statement is also right only. Right. And this reason, the statement reason is explaining the statement of assertion here. So that assertion and reason are right. Reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. So here assertion, reason, both the statements are right. The reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. So that is the option for this question. Next question. Which one of the following ways is correctly matched with the question? Which one of the following ways is is correctly matched with regard to the codon and the amino acid coded by it That is the question here. Which one of the following pair is correctly matched with regard to the codon and amino acid coded by it? So here the first option is UUA valine. is lysine. 3 option AUG is cysteine. 4th option is CCC is alanine. CCC is alanine. So UUA valine. UUA is a leucine. Actually, this codon can translate leucine. And AAA already we learned in the tricks of genetic code. Asli, pure, asli. First AAU, C is arsine, and AAA and AAG is lysine. So already we discussed it. Asli, it is a trick for this. So that here, this is the right option here. Directly it is the right option. AUG is not a cysteine. It is a start codon. It is synthesized methionine. So that it is also a wrong statement. This is also a wrong statement. CC is a CC Pro, proline. So here alanine is not decoded by the CC Pro. So that this is also a wrong option. So that AAA is coded by this codon is coded as a lysine amino acid. This is the right option for that question. So next question. The process of reverse transcription was discovered by the process of reverse transcription was discovered by. So here options are given like this: thymine and Baltimore. Second option Watson Crick. Third option Alfred Hershey. Next, fourth option none of the above. So this is the question. The process of reverse transcription was discovered by first option Thymine and Baltimore, second option Watson and Crick, third option Alfred Hershey, fourth option none of the above here. Here Thymine and Baltimore explain the reverse transcription. This is the right statement, right option here. Watson and Crick explain the DNA structure. He explained the DNA structure. Alfred experiment to prove the DNA is a genetic material. So none of them. So the answer terminal Baltimore is the correct option for this question. Next question. The process of joining of amino acid is called. The process of joining of amino acid is called. The process of joining of amino acid is called. Here, the first option is transcription. Second option, translation. Third option, conjugation. Fourth option, none of the above. So the process of joining of amino acid is called transcription. Transcription means DNA coded message is transferred to the mRNA in the standard structure. It is called transcription. Translation means what happens in the translation? Amino acids are joined and form a polypeptide chain. That is a protein. So that the answer is that conjugation. It belongs to reproduction. So it is not related to this question. So then it is none of them. Then answer is translation mechanism. So here next to question. The question is like this. Identify the triplet codon which code for the amino acid serine and chlorine. Identify the triplet codons which code for the amino acid which code for the amino acid serine and chlorine. So the options are like this. First option UCC. Second option CCA. Second codon. Third codon AAG. Fourth codon GGG. Here they asked serine and chlorine. Serine and chlorine. So what are the codons can code the serine and chlorine? UC. Already we have one thing. UC serine. So this code the serine. This codon synthesize the serine amino acid. CC Pro. There is a code CC Pro means CC. When codon start with the CC, it code proline. AAG. No, the asli means here it code lysine. GGG. The codon which start with the GG, it give glycine. Then what is the answer here? The identify the triplet codon which code the amino acid serine and proline. What is the answer here? First option and second options are both are right. First and second are are the right option for this question. So this is about that. Next question. Actually, these questions are all these questions old questions, old papers. From old papers, I am selected and explained. So, in earlier KSET examination, in Andhra MSET examination, and AAPT examination and AFMC examinations, in those examinations, the questions are given. So actually this question, whatever I explained, that question is given in the Andhra MSET in 2008. Andhra MSET in the 2008. So next, now the question is, when DNA replication starts, when DNA replication starts. This question is given in KSET 2009. KSET 2009, the question was given. So, when DNA replication starts, first option, the leading strand produces Okazaki fragments. The leading strand produces Okazaki fragments. And second option, the hydrogen bonds between the nucleotides of two strands break. The hydrogen bonds of two strands between adjacent nucleotides break. Third option is the phosphor and diester bond between the adjacent nucleotides. The phosphodiester bond between the adjacent nucleotide nucleotides break. Fourth option, the bonds between the nitrogen base and the deoxyribose sugar is break. The bond between the nitrogen base and the deoxyribose sugar base break. What is here? When DNA replication starts, when DNA replication takes place, the leading strand produces the Okazaki fragment. Okazaki fragments are not seen in the leading strand. Okazaki fragments are seen in the lagging strand. So that this strand is this statement is wrong statement. The hydrogen bonds between the two strands, hydrogen bonds of the two strands between the adjacent nucleotide break. That is right only. So here, for example, like this hydrogen bonds are present between the two adjacent nucleotides of these two strands. So actually these hydrogen bonds are broken because of the helicase engine. Then these two DNA strands are separated and form the replication fork here. so that this statement is right. Phosphodiester bond between the two adjacent nucleotides of the nucleotide is break. So nucleotides are present here. Nucleotides are present here. The nucleotide have two phosphodiester bond. This phosphodiester bond is broken. They are saying like that, but it cannot break. Nucleotide, the bond between the two nucleotides, adjacent nucleotides, by the diester bond, phosphodiester bond, is not broken. Is not broken. So that is wrong. The bond between the nitrogen base and the deoxyribose sugar of the base. So the bond in nucleotide, nitrogen base and the deoxyribose sugar is joined by the N-glycoside bond. So that is broken. So that cannot be broken. That cannot be broken in the DNA replication. So that second option is right option. 1, 3, 4 options are wrong option for this question. Next. Next question. Next question is compare the statement A and B. Compare the statements A and B. Compare the statements A and B. Here the statement A is a monocystric mRNA can produce several types of polypeptide chains. Several types of polypeptide chain. So, a monocystric mRNA can produce several types of polypeptide chains. Statement B. Statement B. The terminator codon is present on the mRNA. The terminator codon present on mRNA. Terminator codon present on mRNA. So compare the statement A and B. Here, which statement is right here? Which statement is wrong here? A monocystric mRNA can produce several types of polypeptide chain. This monocystric mRNA we see in the eukaryotic organism. This can produce only one. Mono means one. Only one cistern is present here. This one cistern can produce only one protein. But here it is saying, the statement is saying it produces several types of polypeptide chain. Means several proteins. So that this statement is wrong. So second statement is the terminator codon present on the mRNA. Terminator codon is present on the mRNA downstream of the coding strand. So at the 5' end of the coding, at the 3' end of the coding strand, the terminator codon, at the terminator codon is present on mRNA. So that is the right statement. Here the statement A is wrong. Statement B is right. Statement B is a right statement. So here this is the comparison between the statement A and the statement B. Next. Next question. Which one of the following does not follow the central dogma of molecular biology? Which one of the following does not follow the central dogma of molecular biology? The central dogma of molecular biology. Option one is Chlamydomonas. It is algae. And second option is HIV virus. Third one is Gram-B, Pisum sativa. Fourth option is Muca. It is a fungi. So this is a algae. This is a virus. This is a Gram-B. It is a dicotyledonous. It is a fungi. Dicot plant. It is a fungi. Here, all the organisms except this HIV follow the central dogma of molecular biology. But it is a virus. Retroviruses follow the reverse central dogma of molecular biology. Here, the RNA can synthesize the DNA here. But in these remaining three options, these three organisms follow the central dogma. DNA can synthesize mRNA can synthesize a protein here. But HIV, except this HIV, all follow the central dogma of molecular biology. So that the answer is HIV. Second option is HIV. Next. Next question. The 3' to 5' phosphodiester linkages inside the polynucleotide chain serve to join. First option, one nucleotide with another, one nucleotide with another. Next, one nitrogen base with pentose sugar, one nitrogen base with pentose sugar, one DNA strand with the other DNA strand, one DNA strand with other DNA strand. Next, one nucleoside with the other nucleoside, one nucleoside with other nucleoside. So in the 3' to 5' phosphodiester linkage, 3' and 5' phosphodiester linkage, inside the polynucleotide nucleotide chain some to join. For example, this is a one nucleotide, this is a nitrogen base, this is a pentose sugar, it is a 5 prime end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5 prime. And one more nucleotide here. This is one more nucleotide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So these two nucleotides are joined by 1, 2, 3, 3 prime of the here 3 prime and for this third carbon there is a phosphate. For this fifth carbon, for this nucleotide fifth carbon phosphate. Means this is connected. 3 prime to 5 prime is 3 prime and 5 prime link. 3 prime 5 prime phosphodiester link is inside the polynucleotide chain serve to join one nucleotide with other nucleotide. One nucleotide with the other nucleotide. One nucleotide with the other nucleotide. So 3 prime, this is the one ester bond, this is the one ester bond. This is one ester bond, this is one ester bond. Two ester bonds join the two nucleotides of the polynucleotide chain. Inside the polynucleotide chain. Then this is a direct answer there. One nucleotide with another nucleotide. So this is the right statement here, right option here. One nitrogen base with the pentose sugar. Not. So it is not nitrogen base and pentose sugar. So this is inside the nucleotide. This is inside the nucleotide. So one nitrogen base with the pentose sugar N-glycosidic bond. It is a N-glycosidic bond. It is not a diester bond. N-glycosidic bond here. So one DNA strand with other DNA strand. One DNA strand with other DNA strand with the hydrogen bonds. Hydrogen bonds. One nucleoside with the other nucleoside. There is no bond between the one nucleoside and another nucleoside. So this is a wrong option here. This is wrong and this is wrong. The right option is first option. First option. Next question. The lac operon consists of the lac operon. The lac operon. The lac operon consists of the lac operon consists of first statement. Two regulatory genes and two structural genes. Two structural genes. What? Two regulatory genes, two structural genes. Second option. Three regulatory genes. Three regulatory genes and three structural genes. Three structural genes. Three structural genes. Three structural genes. Four regulatory genes. Four regulatory genes. Four regulatory genes. And fourth, one regulatory gene and three structural genes and three structural genes. Three structural genes. In lac operon, this is a lac operon. In lac operon, there is a inducer is also called as a regulator gene, promoter gene, operatory gene, lag Z, lag Y, lag E. These three are structural genes. These three are structural genes. These three are controlling genes. Controlling genes. So in the controlling gene, it is a regulatory gene, promoter gene, operatory gene. Regulatory gene, it is a regulatory gene. It is a promoter gene. It is a operator gene. Together called as a controlling genes. Lag Z is a structural G1. This is a structural G2. This is a structural G3. Three structural genes are there in lag. So here two regulatory genes, two structural genes. Wrong statement. Three regulatory genes, three structural genes. There is no three regulatory genes. Only one regulatory gene is present. This is also wrong. Four regulatory genes. This is also wrong. One regulatory gene and three structural genes is the right option. This is a one regulatory gene. These three are the structural genes. So that is about the answer for this question. So next question, the nucleoside differs from the nucleotide in not having a nucleoside. A nucleoside differs from a nucleotide differs from a nucleotide in not having a nucleoside is different from the nucleotide. What is not having in the nucleoside? They are asking. That is the question. So here the first one is sugar, second one is glucose, third option is nitrogen base, fourth option is phosphate group. So let us see what is the nucleoside and the nucleotide. This is one nucleotide with nitrogen base, pentose sugar, one phosphate. This is a nucleotide. So what is a nucleoside now? Only the pentose sugar and nitrogen base is present. This is a nucleoside. Then what is not having in the nucleoside? The phosphate is not having. Then answer is fourth option. Fourth, nucleotide is different from the nucleoside. In nucleotide, nitrogen base, pentose sugar and phosphate is present. Between the nitrogen base and pentose sugar there is a glycoside bond. Now it is called as a nucleoside. So the nucleoside is having bond with the phosphate by ester bond. But here only pentose sugar and nitrogen base is present with the nitrogen base, that is a N-glycoside bond. So that answer is phosphate. So next question, if the total amount of adenine and thymine in a double stranded DNA 45%. The amount of guanine in this DNA will be if the total amount of adenine thymine in the double stranded DNA is 45%. The amount of guanine in this DNA will be, what is the guanine percentage? We have to find the guanine percentage. Then adenine thymine together form 45% out of 100%. Guanine cytosine form remaining 55%. Remaining 55%. Easy question it is. 55%. So guanine cytosine 55% means only guanine in this guanine cytosine creating 27.5%. It is a direct question. So answers are given like this. First option 22.5, second option 27.5%, third option 45%, fourth option 55%. Then answer is 27.5%. So that is about the answer for this question. Next question. The beginning of understanding genetic transformation. Understanding genetic transformation. Understanding genetic transformation in bacteria was made by So first option F. Griffith, second option Hershey Chase, third option Watson and Crick. Fourth option P.H. Morgan. So Frederick Griffith explained the transforming principle. So that is what they are asking. Genetic transformation in bacteria was made by Frederick Griffith only. So Hershey and Chase explained that DNA is a genetic material by the experiment. Hershey-Chase experiment. Watson and Crick explained the DNA structure. P.H. Morgan is explained the linkage and recombination in the Drosophila melanogaster. So that the answer is Frederick Griffith. The first option is right here. First option is right. Next question. The next question. DNA fingerprinting has application in the field of DNA fingerprinting has application in the field of So what is the meaning of this? DNA fingerprinting is used in first option forensic science. Second option genetic genetic biodiversity. Genetic biodiversity. Third option, evolutionary biology. Fourth option, all the above. So DNA fingerprinting is forensic science. Forensic science, which is used to find the criminal, rapist, murderer. Like genetic biodiversity, how the difference, what is the differentiation of the one organism to other organism to define the DNA sequences of the different organisms. Evolutionary biology, how the organisms are evolution, what are the changes seen in the DNA sequence because of that evolution is seen takes place. So like that, and all that. So that option, all the above is right. In all these three cases, DNA fingerprinting is used. So next question. The engine that used to make the first strand, the engine that is used to make the first strand of complementary DNA. First strand of complementary DNA. cDNA means what? Complementary DNA. Complementary DNA from mRNA. From mRNA. So DNA is synthesized from the mRNA, single stranded mRNA synthesizes the DNA, complementary DNA in viruses. So the enzyme is responsible for that mechanism. What is that enzyme? The first option is restriction endonucleases. Second option, reverse transcriptase. Third option, DNA polymerase. Fourth option is T4 DNA ligase. Here mRNA to complementary DNA means DNA is formed here. It is a reverse transcription, reverse transit of molecular virus. So that what is the enzyme used here? Reverse transcriptase enzyme is used. This is the answer for this question. So next question. The technique of DNA fingerprinting. The technique of DNA fingerprinting. Technique of DNA fingerprinting was initially developed by Watson and Crick. Alec Joffrey and H.G. Khorana. Fourth option, Bateson and Punnett. So here Watson and Crick was explaining the DNA structure. Geoffrey explained the DNA fingerprinting. H.G. Khorana explained the structure of RNA, tRNA, and Bateson and Punnett explained the Bateson and Punnett square is explained by this. So that here Alec Geoffrey is the right option for this question. Alec Geoffrey is the right option for this question. Next question. Which one of the following is not a part of transcription unit in the DNA? Which one of the following is not a part of transcription unit in a DNA. So first option, a terminator. Second option, a promoter. Third option, the structural gene. Fourth option, the inducer. So in the transcription unit in DNA, the terminator gene which present at the 3' end of the coding strand, a promoter gene is present at the 5' end of the coding strand, structural gene is present between the 5' and the 3' end of the promoter, 3' and 5' end of the promoter gene, 3' and 5' end between the template gene, and inducer. Inducer is present in the Lac-Operon or Operon system. So this belongs to gene regulation. This DR belongs to DNA transcription. So that this fourth option is the right option here. It is not in the transcription unit. This DR present in the transcription unit. They are asking which of the following is not a part of the transcription unit. The inducer is not a part of the transcription unit. So next question. Ribosomal RNA is actively synthesized in the ribosomal RNA is actively synthesized in. First one is nucleolus. Second one is nucleoplasm. Third option is ribosomes. Fourth option is lysosomes. So ribosomes are the protein factories, lysosomes are the successor bags. Nucleolus is present inside the nucleus in nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm is a material present inside the nucleus. So here it is a direct question. Ribosomal RNA is inside in the nucleolus. So that is the direct question. And the next question. Removal of introns and joining of during transcription is called. During transcription is called. So this is a direct question. Exams are joined. It is called as splicing. It is called as a splicing. It is a direct question in this topic, transcription. So options are inducing, slicing, not a slicing, and this is a splicing. Fourth option, looping. So it is a direct question, splicing. So this is about this question. So next question. Next question. DNA dependent RNA polymerase. DNA dependent RNA polymerase. DNA dependent RNA polymerase catalyzes transcription on one strand of the DNA, which is called. So DNA dependent RNA polymerase catalyzes the transcription on one particular template strand. So that is called as a template strand. The template strand is what? That is a template strand. Direct question. This is an antisense strand. Antisense strand. Second option, template strand. Third option, coding strand. Fourth option, alpha strand. So on one strand, that is a template strand. Direct question. Next question. DNA fragments are first one, negatively charged. Second one, neutral. Third option, either positive or negatively charged. Either positive or negatively charged. And fourth option, positively charged. So DNA fragments are negatively charged. These are the negatively charged, not a neutral charge. Negatively charged. These are the negatively charged. So the option 1 is the right option for this question. Next question.